Hello and welcome. You are watching Cricketomania, the show for cricket lovers by cricket lovers and me. I'm Shilpa Ratnam. We have with us our resident cricket expert, Mr. Ayaz Memon.
Yes.
And joining us is yet another expert, Mr. Hari Mohan, celebrated author of The Men Within, the first cricketing novel set in India, isn't it?
Yes, I've read the book. It's a very good read, and I would recommend it to anybody.
Okay, first
So it's good to have Hari on the show.
you should give me your copy of the book.
I will.
I'm going to read it, Mr. Hari Mohan. Let's go straight to the question of the day. Has cricket been hit for a six by football? Your first thoughts on this?
It would seem so. This is the World Cup, so I won't say it's been hit for a six by football per se, but the World Cup has certainly kind of overshadowed or kind of outdone, whatever cricket is being played now, especially Indian cricket. We've had the series in Bangladesh, which didn't quite register. I know it's Bangladesh, it was not India versus Australia. But even so, I think that football has made a big stake in Indian spectatorship.
Which is quite a big deal considering it's not part of our culture. It's not ingrained into our culture like the other countries, like the one in South America, Chile. The countries, the world powers of football. Football is essentially a part of their culture, whereas it's cricket and hockey would be our counterparts for those. So considering that, don't you think football has made quite a big leeway in Indian viewership?
Well, actually, Shilpa, football was on par with cricket in terms of spectatorship, as was hockey in India till the 50s and 60s,
You're saying
early 60s.
on par with
on
cricket?
par in terms of. I've been to Kolkata in the 70s, and I've seen say 90,000 people at the Eden Gardens, and an equal number of people at the Salt Lake Stadium.
That's interesting. I had
where
no idea.
Mohan Bagan is playing East Bengal or Mohammedan Sporting. It's not even India versus some other country.
Wow.
So while India has not been a football power, the following for football in India has been very, very huge, but it kind of slumped after the 70s and 80s, because I think cricket, the administration, much as we criticize it and condemn it, has been very. They've had a very strong vision. The implementation has been superb. They've changed with the times, and they've garnered not just the eyeballs but the money to make the sport really big in India.
Right, and the format as well, right? They've constantly changed the format, captured the imagination of the people. They've integrated with Bollywood for the IPL. Then you had the T20 format, and as it is, cricket always had the ODI and the Test, as opposed to football, which just offered that one pure format to the viewer.
Well, the formats haven't come from India. The different formats have started in England, the ODIs or the T20 formats, but India has been able to exploit those formats to kind of suit its own, building up its own base.
Of course.
And it's a powerful base today. India is the biggest cricketing country in the world.
Right, but football is also a game of the masses, right? You just need a ball, just like with cricket you just need a bat and a ball, and football also similarly can be played by everyone. But why is it that it hasn't found such a strong root in India? I mean, viewership of course is increasing, however it hasn't translated into players.
Well, I think the players part I'll address a little shortly, but just the fact that football hasn't been so popular, I think has to do with lack of proper administration.
Okay, but
because it's a global sport, it's a very cheap sport. It's perhaps the cheapest sport to play apart from athletics, where you run. Because you really just need a ball. Even in cricket, you need a bat, you need ball, you need stumps, you need equipment. In hockey, you need a hockey stick. Here, you don't need anything apart from your limbs and just the ball. So it's a very cheap sport to play. It's also a very popular game. So therefore, all schools. I mean, when I was in school, we had to play football. Much as we played cricket and hockey, football was in fact in many cases the priority sport because it was so cheap.
But I don't think that is the case right now. I mean, I don't think it's mandatory or even that popular as a game to play, whereas it is being widely watched.
I think it is still quite mandatory in schools because it's far more physically demanding, so therefore it's part of the fitness regimen. In that sense, it is promoted aggressively, but after a certain age, it's not been pushed well enough. The other part is, of course, the DNA of Indian people. We are not big guys like the Germans or the Dutch or even the French or the Africans. But on the other hand, look at the Latin American players. They are not big guys. They also show a lot of dexterity, which Indians have. Indians rely on skill, say in hockey, in cricket, in badminton, in tennis. They don't rely so much on power. So I think somewhere it's a combination of factors, but largely I would say it is because we haven't cared enough for football.
Right. Just like how Brazil, a great example, we have Brazil won over Cameroon yesterday, Latin America.
But you know, see, look, I won't give the example of Brazil, because Latin American countries are also unidimensional. They have one sport they really cater to, which is football.
Right.
They're not a multi-sport country.
Yeah, which is why
India is focused on
million.
cricket.
Okay.
But you look at Australia, where they're good at hockey. They've also made it to the World Cup football. They're cricketing champions.
Yes.
So we are not
and
a sport.
rugby as well.
Yeah. So all of these.
Right. So yes, so coming back to the fact of the coming back to TRPs, right? So Sony 6 has actually recorded a viewership of about 14.1 million during this FIFA season. So 14.1 million viewership for FIFA this time around. Do you have any idea about whether the Sri Lanka versus England match managed to make a dent in that viewership?
I don't think so.
What about India versus Bangladesh match?
I mean, I think the fact is that India versus Bangladesh was never a hot series in that sense, because Bangladesh are not big opponents.
Right.
I personally feel that series was bunged in perhaps inopportunely, because there was perhaps just not enough need for that series, and it coincided with the first week of World Cup football. So you found that not only were there not enough people watching on television, but even at the ground in Bangladesh, where cricket is really big, they had deserted cricket for football.
Right.
Bangladesh playing India would have drawn otherwise packed crowds in Bangladesh stadiums, for cricket, but this time there were no crowds. Yeah. For a few reasons. One is they had the World Cup T20 there, they had Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka, and there's only so much you can tax people on their wallet.
Right.
But more than that, I think, like all Bengalis, they are nuts over football.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Bangladeshis deserted cricket for football.
Actually, the Sony 6 has been translated into Bengali. That channel's done exceedingly well this World Cup
really?
season. Yes, that's true.
So I think from a media point of view, that's going to be perhaps the expansion going ahead, that specific target audiences, linguistically defined, will be catered to also.
Right. I think our guest is back with us. Mr. Hari Mohan's back with us, but via a phono this time. Sir, so what are your thoughts about it? Me and Ayaz Memon have been having a war almost. We both of us have been having a war. I feel like football is not part of our culture, whereas Mr. Ayaz Memon has actually been educating me and telling me it's very much a part of our culture. So your thoughts about this?
I'm not too sure about the culture bit, but if you ask me as an individual, I always preferred the Soccer World Cup to pretty much any other event in the
Did you just call it soccer? I know so many of my friends would be outraged by the fact that you called it soccer.
And why?
They're Puritans, right? They insist that you call it football. Only Americans can call it soccer.
Yeah. Well, let the
people too, right?
Let them fight. For us, either thing works.
Either thing works. Right. So you were saying how you're a soccer fan.
Certainly. The Football World Cup, I mean, for the Puritans this time, is the best sporting event that I've ever seen, and I suppose that will continue to be so. And to take it forward, would it have affected cricket viewership? I don't know. I think they both have their own viewerships there.
Right, and now the England versus India series is going to start on the 9th of July, whereas the FIFA finals is going to be on the 14th. But even if it was a longer overlap, I don't think it would have mattered, because cricket is during the day, and whereas football at the night. So people who want to watch it during the day can do it. People who want to come back home, catch a football, and just doze off to that could do that as well. They can exist simultaneously, can't they?
So Shilpa, see, one thing is football is for 90 minutes a match. A cricket match lasts the whole day. A T20 lasts for 3.5 hours.
Right.
So it's not that there is no other sport happening when the World Cup is on. Wimbledon has begun yesterday.
Yes.
So today is the second day. Wimbledon has its own audience. A Grand Slam tennis tournament has its own audience. In fact, I was watching Wimbledon yesterday, and there were massive crowds waiting to get in. In fact, they say, I was listening to the commentators, that there are bigger crowds, bigger demand for tickets this year than ever before.
Women now have cottoned on to football, right? A lot of knowledgeable women, and Mr. Ayaz was just telling me earlier on about how the urban population especially has been glued to the TV sets.
Look, I think football has made big inroads into in India. So the fact is that it's in urban India, it's coming back through the EPL. The audiences in urban India are a mixed audience. It's men as well as women.
Right.
There's no great gender divide. There is, of course, more men follow sport than women still, but that's kind of diminishing. In semi-urban India, we'll have to wait and see the penetration. It will happen through television, hopefully. But I just want to say that where the gender issue is concerned, it's not that women don't appreciate sports. It's just that their own roles in society are getting redefined. There are more working women, they have their own disposable income, they have their own leisure time, and they will gravitate towards whatever excites or interests them.
Right. So
in the old days, they were only looking after home and kids. That's being redefined.
Right, so marching towards equality there, and so now that we have all the views on the subject let's see what the people think about this. Has cricket been hit by for a six by football?
No. It is there. It's more popular.
No, because now cricket will again, the Champions League of cricket will also come back after the World Cup, and now India versus England series also, so I don't think.
After football came like FIFA, it has actually given a very big blow to cricket.
I think football and cricket are two different stratas of society which people watch. There's some people who watch both, but it's more like a commercial level of football, like IPL.
In outside countries, football is very famous, but cricket is not famous. So, in India, cricket is famous.
I don't know, but India is so much into cricket that I don't think football is ever going to replace that.
Right, so as the girl said, people are so into cricket that football is never going to replace that, but is it going to catch up with that?
I would agree with that. I mean, I don't think football will replace cricket. It will take a sport maybe 30, 40, 50 years to replace cricket, if at all, unless of course the Indian Cricket Administration defaults very badly. But the point is that more and more people are beginning to follow other sports, and that's a healthy thing, because you want other sports also to flourish. For India to become a sporting nation, you can't be only we are a country of 125 crore.
Right.
So if football gets a decent enough following, it will also get money, it will get eyeballs, it will get, it will become healthier. Right. I think that really should be the aim.
Right, and football of course is
Yes.
I think about the gender thing. There was some girls football team from Ranchi or someplace, if I remember right, which is extremely well.
Yes.
And I definitely see there's a lot more awareness about the games, about players among women, which is very healthy and which is very good.
Yeah, football seems to have captured the imagination of women, certainly. India versus England match that kicks off, the tour that kicks off on the 9th of July. Right, how good do you think our chances are this time? I'm hoping for a win, of course, but...
Well, I think it's a tough tour. It's a very daunting tour, because India, when we went there last in 2011, we were whitewashed. We lost 0-4. We lost the #1 ranking. So there is a chance here now, opportunity for redemption, for revenge, and of course, to come back, at least proving to the rest of the world, cricketing world, that you're not only good at home, you can also do well overseas.
Right, but the last time we went, we had a lot of senior players with a lot of experience on their side. That didn't really work out, but our youngsters, Virat, the rest, when they're going out, they're proving themselves, and a lot of youngsters in the team right now, just 3 of them with previous experience, Ishan, Gambhir and Dhoni, and 3 of them didn't really perform too well the last time. But so should we take solace in the fact that this is a young squad open to possibilities, and that we might have a better chance this time?
I don't know if you can take solace, but you can certainly have hope.
Okay.
Because these are young guys, untested overseas, and hopefully they will have more josh. The last time we went there, we had a fantastic team.
Yes, we had Sachin,
you had Lakshman, you had Dhoni, you had Sehwag, you had Gambhir, you had Zahir Khan, who broke down, you had Harbhajan Singh, Yuvraj Singh. Yeah. Yes, Hari.
How difficult is it to adapt? I mean, from Indian conditions to English conditions. I mean, you've been following it so much better.
So it is difficult.
What does it take to adapt?
It takes, I think that past experience helps. So if you played there earlier, like Rahul Dravid adapted superbly. But it also means you have to be in good nick, in good form. Your fitness has to be good. Sachin Tendulkar has made a lot of runs in England, overseas, everywhere. But in England, the last time he flopped. So did Lakshman. Mental preparation is a big thing. Look, the Australian team, which demolished England and then beat South Africa, when they came here a year and a half back, they lost 0-4 because they just couldn't adjust to the slow turners or the the spinning tracks in India. So it's not easy to play outside of your own conditions. But the better, the best international cricketers always learn to adapt and adapt quickly. I think the key is If you don't
Right.
adapt quickly, by the time you adapt, if you've lost 2 test matches, then you're on the back foot and the pressure becomes too much.
Right, and considering this time Sri Lanka has given England a run for their money, and today is the last game, and they almost look poised to win it. So, do you think if Sri Lanka wins it, England will take a huge beating in terms of confidence, and that would give us an edge for our game?
Undoubtedly. I mean, if
Right.
England lose to Sri Lanka, they've lost the one-day series too.
Right.
So that would put a lot of pressure on the English team. Remember, they lost 0-5 to Australia. They've been really struggling very badly over the past year. And they'll be going into the series against India demoralized if they lose to Sri Lanka. So, but I want to make a point about Sri Lanka. Look, it's not just about adapting over there. I think Sri Lanka have shown a great amount of resilience, and when the opportunity arose for a counter attack,
Right.
which they've shown in the first test, they managed to save that first test by the skin of their teeth, but they did manage to save it. And the second test, when they got the opportunity, they came back so strongly that England are on the mat.
Right, all guns blazing. Right.
Right.
So hopefully we will, hit that out of the ballpark. But coming back to cricket versus football, we asked a few people questions on both the sports to gauge their knowledge and see whether we're right about football overshadowing cricket this time. Let's see how well they fared.
MS Dhoni.
Dhoni.
MS Dhoni.
Dhoni. Now this Rohit Sharma.
Indian Premier League.
Indian. I don't know.
Indian Premier League. Don't know.
Indian Premier League.
Kapil Dev.
Kapil Dev.
I don't know. Sunil Shastri.
I don't know.
Corey Anderson.
Sachin Tendulkar. Fastest century. Kapil Dev.
Spain.
Spain.
Last FIFA World Cup. I didn't see.
Dhoni. Last time. Italy, no. French.
England. I don't know.
Last FIFA World Cup, Brazil.
Portugal.
Ronaldo. I think so. West Indies.
Is for Portugal. Portuguese.
Real Madrid.
But no.
Football International Federation Association. It's an other country version, but it's
Football International.
I don't know. 23.
11 players on field and 7 substitutes.
11, 7 off field because there's 18 in total including the sub.
There are 11 players on field, and off field there are 4 players.
Last World Cup, no goals.
Last year. Messi made 13, no. No. 6 years.
3.
90. World Cup. This is the world record of it in football.
Shakira. Waka Waka.
It's time for Africa. Samina Mira, Waka Waka, Shakira. Samina Mina, Waka, Samina Mina.
Shakira. Waka Waka.
Samina mina, waka waka, samina mina,
When I'll get no, this time for Africa, Samina Mina, Waka Waka, Samina Mina, Sam Kadekwa. This time for Africa.
Right, so Shakira still popular.
Everybody remembered the song, whether they knew what FIFA stood for or how many goals Messi scored or not. But everybody remembered the song. But what I found interesting then, that answers some of the questions that you've raised. The girls seem to get the answers better than the boys.
Yes, indeed.
So it shows you how well or how closely they've been following football.
Do you think it has anything to do with the good-looking players?
Why? Cricket is also good looking, but I think it's about the event itself. It's a mega event.
Right.
This is the World Cup. It comes
Right.
once in 4 years. The world's attention is focused on it. You pick up any major newspaper in India, they're devoting 2, 3, 4 pages to World Cup football.
Right.
You know, which is otherwise, I mean, 15, 20 years back, it would have been unthinkable. So there is a huge amount of media glare, and therefore, obviously, the awareness will spread faster. And I think going ahead, there'll be more interest in football.
And hopefully, this will impact, the way we play. We probably get better players. Hopefully, sometime.
And now
soon.
there's a possibility that the Prime Minister of India might go for the final. So there'll be more attention again on India's presence at the World Cup, even though there's no Indian team playing there.
Right. Mr. Harimohan, your thoughts on us placing at 154 this World Cup?
There's a long way to go, obviously. There's a long way to go. You got to prepare well.
There is actually a quick fix solution, Hari, for India to be part of the World Cup, which is that you host the World Cup, because the host, the host country gets automatic entry into the World Cup.
Okay, right.
So if you host the World Cup, you can play.
Right, so I'm going to try and host it at my home then, so I can play. But on that note, thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Harimohan.
No, but before you sign off,
right,
I must tell you that today, you know, this is now about cricket. So
back to cricket.
Yeah, back to cricket. So 35 years ago on this day, Hari, you might remember, India were bowled out for 42 at Lords.
Right.
The most dismal batting performance ever by India, 42 all out.
Right.
And on June 25th, which is tomorrow, 31 years back, India won the World Cup.
In 1983.
1983.
Right.
So now, you know, I mean, so these 2 days are very significant in Indian cricket history. But before we sign off, my quiz question for
to the viewers.
To the viewers, and there's a Flipkart.
There's a Flipkart voucher.
Voucher to be won.
If you can tweet us the right answer, be the first one to do that. Tweet us at Boom News TV or at The Cricket Wala on Twitter, and you could stand yourself a chance to win anything you want from Flipkart.
There you are. So the question is, in the 1983 World Cup, which India won, in that match, there wasn't a single half century scored. Nobody scored even a half century. It was a low scoring match. What was the highest score of the match and who made it?
On that knowledgeable note, I am going to sign off. Thank you so much for joining us, and do remember to keep batting for the right side.